The formation of the Magnificent Seven was a source of animosity for Meghan and Harry while they were in the United States. Sussex is who? Harry and Meghan's absence was notable, but nobody cared one bit. In place of the Fab Four, we now have the Magnificent Seven. Welcome to the UK royal news trend. If someone wishes you ill, the best way to get back at them is to have a successful and happy life. The monarchy is simply carrying on with business as usual. The royal family has undergone unprecedented upheaval in a short time since the Queen's death. And the Queen Consort's natural warmth and humour, legendary among her close friends but perhaps not always glimpsed in public, have come to the fore. King Charles seems to have slipped almost effortlessly into his new role. An affectionate and welcoming family, a trait they clearly inherited from our late great monarch. Dedicated service that comes from the heart and is based in faith and encouragement. Now, this is where everyone's attention should be focused, not the other. The Prince and Princess of Wales and their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis, are in the midst of a period of great success. It can't be easy for young children to be in the public eye all the time, but their parents seem to have found the sweet spot between exposing their children to the world and keeping them private, all while allowing their unique personalities to shine through. Seeing photos of Louis dressed down in shorts made me chuckle. It's not uncommon for kids that age to develop a fetish for a particular item of clothing. My own daughter went through a phase where she refused to wear anything but shorts. No matter how severe the weather, it's possible that Louis is just as stubborn as an adult. Younger members of the royal family, such as Lena Tyndall and Savannah Phillips, joined the Wales kids in the spotlight this year. And to think that just a few short years ago, Harry and Meghan were the new royal superstars stealing the show. The Duchess of Sussex brought all the glitz to the Fab Four, while then Duchess of Cambridge was more home counties than Hollywood. As opposed to the day before, the Princess of Wales looked stunning in an olive green coat and a rakish Philip Treacy trilby hat, which are currently all the rage and which give her an edgy, fashionable look. Her sense of fashion has matured rapidly over the past few years, and this is one of her most impressive new looks. It's understated and chic, and it shows how much she loves herself. Of course, Harry and Meghan's absence was notable, as they have spent the past few weeks flinging dirty rocks across the Atlantic in an increasingly desperate effort to win fans and shame the royals back home. Nonetheless, their absence made no difference. The absence of Harry's frown and Meghan's strained smile was actually quite welcome. Who needs the Fab Four when you have the Magnificent Seven? 3 generations of royals united in their roles and clearly appreciative of the affection with which they are all held by the people of the country. Despite what I've heard about how stressful and trying the last few months have been for the royal family, my impression is that they're happier and closer than ever before. They've maintained a high level of patience, strength, and dignity in the face of heinous allegations. In a situation that might have torn apart other families, the royals have instead grown closer as a result of the loss of the matriarch, the Queen. This is true not only because of Meghan and Harry, but also because of the loss of our beloved Queen. This appears to be an authentic and united front. If Harry had woken up in his cashmere-lined Montecito idyll and seen them all together at Sandringham, he might have felt a twinge of regret. A part of him probably missed having his own 2 kids there to play with their cousins. But where was the oppressive protocol, this cold obsession with hierarchy that Harry and Meghan always seem to be complaining about? King Charles and Zara Tyndall took a leisurely stroll to church. Christopher Wolfe, or Wolfie, the son of Princess Beatrice and her husband, Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi, were present. Wolfe's mother is the American architect Dara Huang, and Wolfe's father is Mapelli Mozzi. In addition to the Queen Consort's blended royal family, which already included her children and grandchildren from a previous marriage, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopez, there were lots of genuine love floating around. Despite rumours to the contrary, everyone, even Bad Uncle Andrew, was welcome to attend. Senior royals are clearly just as determined to turn the other cheek as the estranged Duke and Duchess of Sussex, seem to be given by bitterness and resentment. Unable to forgive or forget, and determined to cast themselves as victims even though they act as aggressors. It's clear that Charles, in his first Christmas address as king, intends to distinguish himself as a man of humility, emotional depth, and kindness. Perhaps 2023 would be a better year for the royal family if Prince Harry followed his father's lead. Meanwhile, it's been said that despite Charles's reputation for swiftly revoking his brother Andrew's remaining privileges, he's inviting the Harcourts to his coronation and treating them like royalty without revoking their titles. However, King Charles is in a predicament that has come to be known as damned if you do, damned if you don't. Nothing he does is safe from criticism, as there will always be those who will condemn it as wrong and seek to find fault with it. This is why I anticipate an invitation to the coronation for the Harcourts, although I anticipate that, as with other events, they will be sequestered away from the working royals. Harry and Meghan went to war against the royal family in the Netflix show, in the same way that all of the other public shaming platforms have. This one will fail them as well. People used to listen to Meghan and Harry, but now they just think, oh, more of this from them again. This is because they have lied and been abusive for so long without taking much of a break. They have not only lost the admiration of Brits abroad, but also of the entire world. Neither of them can get anyone to listen to them anymore. Nothing will stop their coronation from happening, and the Harcourts will look even more foolish than they already do, thanks to something Meghan will do. King Charles and the rest of the royal family are aware of this and will be prepared. Already, the Harcourts and their kids have lost more than they could ever gain by acting so vilely. The general public is bored to death. Now, all we can do is wait for Netflix and Spotify to pull their financial backing from shows that promote violence and bigotry. You can send a message by how you spend your money. That's the kind of thing that will get you the notice of streaming services like Netflix and Spotify. Since the coronation is a public spectacle, Harry and his handler will attend. Markle is determined to succeed. The entire country of the United Kingdom will be offended by something Markle does to demonstrate her poor social skills and inability to get along with the royal family. After the crowning, Harry and Meghan will go back to being obnoxious and unruly American family. The real victims here are the Harcourt kids, who will never get to know their cousins or any of their British relatives. Archie and Lily will have questions for Harry and Meghan once they find out about their royal family and realise that they don't know either side of their families. Think about how you would react if you learned, at the age of 10 or 14, that you were distantly related to one of the most prestigious royal families in the world, but you've never met any of them before. Makala and her plaything male companion have decided that these children will spend the rest of their lives imprisoned in the attic. They'll hit puberty, rebel, and strike out on their own. These two pretend parents will be compensated for their misery. You can rest assured that the end result won't be pretty. Who are you, by the way? In your opinion, what does that mean? Leave a comment with your thoughts so I can hear them and continue the conversation. I'd appreciate it if you could like and share my video with your loved ones if you find it to be helpful. Don't be shy about subscribing to our team's UK Royal News Trend channel for further updates. Now, I'd like to thank you for watching and say goodbye until the next video.